Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Esteemed Gentleman podcast for Monday, September 13th. I'm your host, Scott Labrie, and join alongside me on the Discord, we have Uncle T-Bag, Tyler Sunt,
Hello.
and all day Eric Deshane.
What's up?
How you boys doing on this fine Sunday evening we are recording?
Great.
Cool.
Good. Looking forward to it being Monday. Ugh,
Yeah.
not.
Said no one ever.
Said nobody ever.
Okay, I got a question. You guys might not know the answer. Was Friday the 13th like a big deal before the movie? Must have been, right?
Yeah, I think it was always superstitious before the series ever came out. Yeah,
I'm really not sure.
yeah, because I remember reading, I was watching something about it being like reason why it's called Friday the 13th is because that's the day like the Crusaders invaded like Jerusalem or something like that. It's something to do with like some old superstition from a long time. So it's always been allocated with being a bad day, right? So
It's like
yeah.
a Bloody Sunday or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
I remember seeing. I can't. It was must have been document on Discovery Channel or something, but it's something about that's the reason why it's called Friday the 13th.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, wouldn't Monday the 13th make more sense because Mondays suck
Yeah, true, but
and it's
no.
shitty.
They never used to, maybe back in the day.
Oh.
Maybe Fridays used to suck. No.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I can't work this day? How
Damn
terrible, yeah.
Right? They got a job. They can pay for stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's like, we just hate working.
Yeah.
Sit in my dirt hut doing nothing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's like I always say, like, money can't buy happiness. That phrase was like invented when the only thing you could buy was a horse. Like now,
Yeah.
money can buy anything.
Right? Exactly.
Anywho,
Whoever says that doesn't have money. That's why they say money can't buy happiness. 'Cause I think it can, but yeah.
I'd be pretty
Not
happy to have money.
Yeah.
I'd be super ecstatic. Actually.
I would be quite relaxed if I would be honest. Yes. And
Yep.
heart rate would go down quite a bit if that was the case. Yeah.
Wouldn't have to worry
Mm-hmm.
half as much.
Money maybe doesn't create happiness, but it alleviates
Oh,
stress
the stress
and pressure.
Oh,
So
that's the thing to me. Is like, yeah, I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't give me the happiness, but it's knowing that, like, yeah, I don't have to worry about nothing else for a while. That's pretty good. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, this
Anywho,
podcast is not about weird phrases at all.
for superstitious stuff, no.
We're gonna be talking about our wrestling skit we put out on Thursday. We originally wanted Dave to be on here, but
Yes.
he is down sick, so still. So hopefully he gets back healthy soon. But you know, we're just gonna have to go on without him. Sorry, Dave.
Show must go on,
Show
Dave.
must go on. People are dying to hear all about this wrestling skit, how we did it, how it all came together. So
How slowly it all came together.
Yeah.
How long? I wonder if I can go back on that drive and see when that first outline was made.
Was it like
know
2 months?
We discussed it not long after the
Months?
Wolverine skit. Like, it was like, if not the same day, like the same time. Like, or even before we filmed that Wolverine skit.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It
It was a while ago.
It wasn't long after we filmed that skit. We're like, oh yeah, we got to do the wrestling one next, because that was
It was created on July 2nd was when we created the outline document on the doc. So that's when we first talked about it. Well, a couple days before, I think we talked about it in the chat before we.
Yeah.
So
I know. Yeah, I was on holidays when we started to talk about that, because I was gone for holidays during that time. So
yeah,
that's when you guys were talking about the wrestling skit.
That's the thing, is just because we wanted to do it, and it was the summertime, so people were taking holidays, or I mean, I was gonna say the weather wasn't nice, but it was pretty. There was no rain this summer at all, so the weather was perfectly fine.
Yeah,
it was just people going on holidays, or we had. The thing was, like, there's so much props and other stuff that we had to like get and organize and put together.
Right.
So that took some time. Like, I don't know, Tyler, you had to order the pylons or whatever.
Yeah, pylons we had to get in, and then we had to make the ring. We had to make costumes and the backdrops and grow my epic mustache out.
I think I got my stuff the quickest done, because I was like, I want to like get it done and everything. But like, like making the belt, that took a little while, which was
fucking awesome.
Again, another just like shitty not shitty.
Not shitty.
But
Is
it's
it in reverse?
cardboard, duct tape, and paint.
Let's go on my screen. Looks perfect, yeah.
Yeah, so we did
Duct
that.
tape and gold spray paint.
Yeah, taped that together.
Covered in cocaine still.
Did what's it called? That plastic dip. I plastic dipped it,
yeah.
and then painted it, so it kind of looks
gold,
half legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a little bummed that the gold wasn't more chromy, like more shiny. That was a little bit of a bummer.
Still looks great though.
Looks great. Yeah, you would not guess this cardboard. Looks great, Scott.
What blows my mind is all the wrestling names you came up with.
Yeah,
that blew my mind.
Because the thing was, when we were making this video, it was gonna be like, one, you're joining a wrestling program like already in progress, which is why we have Ben at the beginning. Like, he just won his match, and it's like, no, this thing's been around for a long time. I'm the 10-time champ. So I was like, okay, well, how do we do this? And I know the Japanese New Japan belt, or at least the old one, had like these little kind of nameplates on the side of the belt, kind of like the Stanley Cup, where they etched the team names and stuff like that. So I did something similar on the side plates, and there's a bunch of them. So I don't know if, Tyler, you want to show those off or read them, or if you want.
Yeah, I think I'll read them off.
Sure.
So the first one,
first ever champ.
First time champ is Colonel Titties.
Yeah.
Which is one of my emails. Big Rig Ricky D. Big Rig Ricky D.
Big Rig Ricky D, yeah.
Then we got Officer Scott Connors.
Yeah.
Nar Dinks. And then Coked Out Scott Connors. And then Cone with a K. Sam the Fish. Coked Out Scott Connors again. Cornhole Joe. Tractor Trent. Rich Fleer. Coked Out Scott Connors. Coked Out Scott Connors. Vacant. And then yours truly, Tyler Terry.
Yeah.
Eric the Ref.
Yeah.
Sober Scott Connors. Ben Baby Arms Grub. And then Coked Out Scott Connors. And then finally, the current EWF champion, Dave Dusky. Millennial Man Dave Dusky. Beautiful.
I had like a thing where it's just like, the reason why it's like my name like a few times in a row, or my character I should say, like I was like, either one, I'm like overdosing and like having to just relinquish the belt because I'm like not there,
not able to compete,
like, or the commissioner's like the one where it goes like me 3 times in a row vacant, and then it's like sober me was like he was getting tired of my drug habit, so he kept like, damn it, you're failing the drug test, taking the belt off you till you get clean or whatever. That was my thinking.
Yeah.
But wait, you were Officer Scott Connors, and then
yes, he was. Scott Connors was originally a police officer until he got into the drugs himself. Yeah.
I'd say you kind of robbed that from Trailer Park Boys, but I don't think you've really seen Trailer Park Boys, have you?
No.
I don't think you have. No.
Jim Leahy used to be a police officer before he became the supervisors of the trailer park supervisor, because he talks about when he was a cop and stuff. And he's like a full blown fucking alcoholic, like just
yeah.
So that's pretty funny. Good.
I don't know what else to kind of. Well, how did this like happen? I guess like how did we? I think it was like maybe Tyler's idea. It's like, oh, we should do like a wrestling skit or something like that. And then go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say because you were so into it, and I was like, oh man, I just imagine what you can come up with, like when you made that fucking slideshow and how you come up with the games and stuff and shit like that. You're so passionate about it. I'm like, oh fuck, we have to do a wrestling skit, and I think it would just be so much fun. Yeah. So
then I think came up with like. Because you said Dave would be involved or something like that.
Oh yeah, because he's huge into wrestling.
Oh yeah. And we were just like thinking of the characters. So first off, I thought of like, it'd be cool to be like a Macho Man, Randy Savage, like 80s kind of guy. And like, all those guys are coked out. It's like just like not even allude to it. Just straight up, just straight up say this is coked out Scott Connors. And originally I wanted to have it be like Dashing Dave Charbonneau, just because like his name is just like, and him be like, oh, I'm Dashing Dave Charbonneau, like something like that. Yeah. And then I think, Tyler, you came up with like the first draft of the script, and you had him as Millennial Man Dave Dusky. I was like, oh, that's pretty good too.
right? Just
Yeah.
kind of like,
Yeah.
just because like with cancel culture and trying to change things and everybody love everybody kind of
Yeah.
mentality. Like he's like the face of that, and then you're like the old ways, the fucking
The 80s, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I liked your like first script, but I was like, all right, I just got to change what the wrestlers say because it didn't sound like what wrestlers say.
Right.
But
No,
other
for
than
sure.
that,
I don't watch too much wrestling unless you force me to.
Yeah, I was pretty proud of my promo. I was like, this is
Yeah,
it was pretty
that was
funny.
really good. Yeah,
It was legit.
when you're doing the script for that promo, what you're saying, I'm like, this is gold. That's so good.
So you see, Dave Dusky,
I just,
you better watch out. I'm like, oh my god, it's Randy Savage right there.
It's so. That's what I'm saying. Is a flashback
So
to Randy
Randy
Savage
Savage.
with the cream of the crop promo.
Yeah.
It's all I can think of. I'm like, that is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
wild.
I knew I wanted to. Yeah, like we're copying Macho Man. So I was like, okay, well, I know I'm gonna get a bandana, and basically we like for the first Wheel of Doom that we had a Macho Man costume, which was which was the glasses, and I think it was like a lime green do-rag or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So I originally asked like, oh Tyler, do you still have that? Because I think you ended up having it, and then you couldn't find it, which is no big deal. I went and bought like glasses and a bandana for like $15 on Amazon. So I bought that, red that bandana, and then the official WWE Macho Man crap glasses, which are like $10. And then I was like, cool. I was like, okay, now I remember this famous Macho Man photograph where he's like sitting at like the ocean at the beach or whatever, and he's like wearing like a jean jacket. He's got like this tie-dye wife beater on, jeans, and like cowboy boots, and he's just like sitting on the pier just like looking at the water. I was like, okay, that's the look I want to go for.
Wow. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I want to get like a tie-dye shirt, but it's like I wanted to say like cocaine or something on there.
Yeah.
And then I was like looking around, looking at Redbubble for a lot of it, and I'm like, couldn't really find anything. And then I thought of my Macho Man Randy Savage shirt, which is what I'm wearing right now. So it's like Macho Man in the sunglasses. It says Macho Man, and I was like, what if I just get a printed shirt and I make my own design and then just rip the shirt off. And I know we didn't like show it off in the video that much, but yeah, I like literally took a picture of myself in the getup, put myself in the glasses, and then wrote coked out and got that shirt printed. I also got it printed in red too because I didn't know which color.
It's fucking epic, and I
such
want
a great
one.
shirt. That is
Wear it
such
around.
a great shirt.
Because you sent me you sent us the photo in the group chat. Like you took one of yourself holding that big ass homemade bag of cocaine. And I'm just like, fuck, that's so epic. Then when I saw the final product of what it was gonna come out to, I'm like, oh my god, it's just perfect,
glorious,
so hilarious,
nice little element that maybe not everybody caught, but it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of little hidden things in there that just adds to it. It's awesome.
Yeah, like our backdrop, the EWF backdrop. Yeah, I know Cam, he sent us a message that he sent it to his wrestling buddies group chat or whatever, and somebody caught like right away. There's like, oh man, the backdrop reminds me of like old WWF. It's like, yeah, because I found a picture of the old like backdrop of Macho Man getting interviewed by Mean Gene Okerlund. And it's like, oh yeah, it's just a blue backdrop with their logo a bunch in a row. It's like, okay, well, I'll just get a blue tablecloth and print off a bunch of the logos and just we tape them on there. And I'm like, oh, this looks fucking legit.
So, and it does.
Awesome.
Yeah. It turned out perfectly.
But I feel like I'm talking a lot. What about Tyler? How was the filming of it? What would you say?
Filming was awesome. I was really torn because when I like to film in the 24 frames per second, but I'm like, every time you watch wrestling live, it's that fluid video-y look, like the 60 frames per second. So that's why I threw it in there. And for like when I do make a blooper reel, I want there to be the slow-mo to be really nice too. So, which I'll have to slap that together and throw that on the channel. Not really bloopers, but just like you jumping onto that fucking table in slow-mo. And then how when we're holding the ladder steady Eric was holding the ladder steady while Scott climbed
yeah.
it, and then he did the fucking avalanche with the cocaine. And then I panned down at the camera, look at Eric, and Eric's just covered in this flour. He's like, ah! There was fucking flour everywhere, man. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Yeah. Now filming was so much fun with it. I honestly I wish the match would have been longer, more fights, more choreography. Like it seemed way too short, but it's like 8 minutes long.
Yeah.
But when you watch it, I don't know. I find that it flies right through. But filming it was a lot of fun. That guerrilla style, real quick, like the turn, zoom, back, zoom, video-y, like. Yeah, that was fun.
Next one is longer and choreographed longer. Just make it more legit. That's all.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, we already started talking after we were done the final day of shooting it, like what the next one could be like. And there's so many possibilities. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm not going to divulge into that, but it'll be a really nice surprise.
Well, like you were saying, like about the fighting and going longer. It's like we could only do a certain amount of things because I can't pick Dave up. And slam him on the ground. Like one.
No, exactly.
Gonna get hurt because it's not a ring. It's just
your backyard.
It's literally
through
it's literally a painter sheet. Yeah, on the ground.
On the ground.
There's no bouncing. There's no banging. It's just be like plump.
Can't go on the ropes. Can't go on the nothing.
No ropes.
Pylons and ropes taped on. That's it.
Yeah. Just a cheap little Fisher Price wrestling ring and
so you can see like the very first bit where I go to shake his hand. And I go for the kick. It's like a foot away from him. It's like, well, that looks like shit. But so
whatever.
But
didn't get all of it.
Didn't get all of it. Hey, that's what they say, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. But the next move, the punch, looked pretty decent because you were behind Dave, so it kind of covered that up quite a bit.
That's because I knew that was coming up next. So I'm like, yeah, it's all about the angle.
I think
the slap.
If we were to change anything, is like, maybe we would have done like 2 takes of the fight just to see. If it would have been a little bit cleaner, but overall, I mean that's the thing. It's supposed to be janky backyard wrestling, anyways. So
exactly, and we drew a nice little crowd too while we were filming.
Yeah.
People walking by on the sidewalk were like, "What is happening in this guy's yard?" Yelling at each other, fake cocaine and ladders and tables in the ring. Oh, the guy in the camera. Oh god, that's so good.
And then I legit chopped Dave in the chest.
Dave in the chest twice.
Oh,
that
snap. There's no sound effects whatsoever with the slapping. I might have raised the volume up just a pinch, just a little bit, but that's it. I never altered it. I never added those slaps. That's all in camera slaps, and it's piercing.
I was right behind Scott doing that. I'm thinking, like, okay, I'll just put his foot down and like fake slap him, right? And little tap or something like that. No, full on like just. Bog! Oh, poor Dave is just like,
and Dave just played it like, it's so perfect.
Like, my chest. I'm like,
and after he's like, oh god, my chest is swollen. Scott just fucking laid into him. Yeah, that was good.
And then he's the only one who really got hurt during that. Because. He also like when he went to go slam his head on the table, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna hold the back of your head. You just like put your head down and slap your hands on the table to like sell the head being slammed.
Yeah,
and he full on just like head butted the table, and I was like, my hand stopped like a foot away from it. And he just like boom.
Like your hand was just like hovering over it, and he just threw his head into the fucking table like a lunatic. Bang! I'm like.
Had to sell it.
Keep rolling, boys. Keep rolling. Yeah.
And then, we also had the ladder spot. After that, brought the ladder over.
Yeah,
and probably should have looked at the ladder before we filmed it because I thought it was like just a regular ladder
with flat steps, not
with flat steps that were like a couple inches wide or whatever. Where this one was like more like a hand kind of ladder sort of.
It was
thing,
right?
Like
a step ladder at best. Like, it wasn't much. Yeah.
So I was like, I really I didn't feel comfortable kind of standing like or parallel to the ladder kind of thing. Like on a regular ladder, I could do that no problem, but like that one was like there's just not enough space for me to move my feet and also jump 3
and launch yourself
4
off
feet down into a piece of wood that's gonna snap in half. So we're like, okay, well, how are we gonna do this instead? So the second thought was to back your truck up and me just jump off of like the tailgate or like the side bit of it, and they're like, could do that. It's like, but then also you gotta show me like getting in the truck, backing it up for some reason, that sort of thing. And then I think we just settled on like, okay, we can put a cooler in front of the ladder and just kind of have the angle kind of line it up a little bit so it looks like I'm jumping off the ladder.
Right.
And then go through the table as Dave rolled away. We had that cut in there where he rolled away because like the one the table was Dave or Eric, you made the table just like super easy, flimsy to break, right?
Yeah, it was like it's a cheap plywood. I cut like 3 layers off that plywood, so it snapped like yeah. So like when Scott's putting Dave on the table, we put like stuff underneath it to make sure it doesn't break from underneath because the thing was ready to crack any second. So I'm like, don't wreck this because you only have the one shot of it.
Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah.
But it worked out fine. Yeah.
Nah, turned out perfectly. It was awesome.
It was very easy to go through it. So
yeah.
That was the one concern. Was like
the next one.
Don't hurt Scott, and hopefully he breaks it, and just like nothing. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Oh man, the whole time in my head, I'm just like, oh fuck, something's gonna happen. He's gonna jump. He's gonna miss the center of the fucking table. He's gonna spear himself in one of the legs, or a nail's gonna get stuck in him, or something's gonna happen.
Something,
It's like Jesus Christ, and it was just like perfect.
Yeah, and of course, that me not realizing, I screwed it together. It was fine. It was secure. But thinking like, oh crap, that was dumb. I should have just glued because now there's a chance the screw could break and do. I'm like, that was stupid. Shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess glue would work, right?
Glue would have worked better because just something that wouldn't have pierced the guy's skin that way. I'm like, oh yeah, duh. Really smart, probably.
Well, the legs might have come off.
Yeah, well, whatever.
They went on there if it wasn't screwed down, maybe.
I know, or even something like wood studs or something like something just nothing sharp and pointy anymore. No, so
yeah,
I learned that mistake. So the next time we do it, nothing pointy and sharp.
Yeah,
that
turned out very nicely.
Yeah, and then after the table, and that was it. We were originally gonna have like a drone shot, but that didn't come in.
That would have been cool, but then it would have been like super cinematic, and but it still would have been cool. Next one's gonna be even more epic.
And so we did all that the one day, and after that we did like the backstage promos or whatever. We had me and Tyler. Tyler was the announcer doing that. And I cut my promo. And it was fine. Went good. And then you had Dave doing your interview the other day, so I wasn't even there. How'd that go?
Oh, it went well. It took him about 6 or 7 tries. He can't do more than one sentence. He just freezes up and whatever.
Yeah.
So he just covered up his last one. He's like, "Fuck it, I don't want to do this take again." So he just he's forgetting his line. So he just took a vape.
That's perfect.
While he vaped, he just thought about what his next line was, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, "Come on, Dave, let's just fucking get this done, buddy. Come on, buddy, let's go." And he killed it.
Nice. There you go.
So that was good. And then Ben was the funniest one because Ben had no idea why he was doing the things I was asking him to do. I'm like, "Okay, I need you to do me a favor." He's like, "What's that?" "Put the shower cap on. I need you to suds yourself up and celebrate in the backyard." And he's like, "Okay, are you gonna give me some context?" I'm like, "No, not really. I can't. You just have to do it." He's like, "All right," and he just fucking went full tilt.
Yeah.
Yeah, had his robes open and
very last minute.
Turned out great.
You think Ben would be in the video?
Like, yeah. So he's my go-to. He always hesitant at the start, and he always says yes. So
did you hear from him at all, about what he thought of the video of his part?
Oh, he thought it was hilarious. He loved it, and I'm sure he would come back to play a bigger role, probably be have a wrestling match with somebody or something. Oh, someone's crying upstairs.
Do we want to pause or?
Yeah, you might have to. Sorry, man.
Okay. We'll be right back after these messages. There's not going to be any. And we're back. Where did we leave off? Ben. Good old Ben.
Good old Ben. Bathtub Ben Barnaby.
Yeah, Bathtub Ben Barnaby.
Yeah. Another wrestling guru.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he won with his exfoliator move.
Yep. Yeah. With the exfoliator. Yep.
Yeah, that was good. What else do we have to talk about? The commercial.
I don't know. The commercial.
The commercial.
That came out of fucking left field, man, and
Yeah.
I loved it. I did not know what to expect from that.
Yeah, what were you guys' thoughts? Because I made that totally in secret. I was like, I got an idea for a thing. Tyler, can you get some stills for me, or like just upload some footage so I can grab some stills? That's all you knew.
Yeah.
All you guys knew.
I'm like, okay. Yeah. There you go.
So what'd you guys think? When
I thought it was gonna be like a commercial of like, because we just watched, what was it called, Southpaw Wrestling the week before we filmed it, right? So okay, cool. Like I figured it was something like that, like that Ric Flair thing where it's Scott Connors promoting something stupid or something like that, right? So that's what I thought was gonna happen or what was gonna be, but I did not expect a Dayton Sim wrestling game.
Yeah, I had no idea. I'm like, I don't know what he's gonna do with this. Like, is he gonna make his own trailer for it? Like, maybe just like have little snippets and take a stab at slapping together a commercial with music and stuff. But he just fucking he just made it like. I did not expect that at all. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, Nintendo Switch. I'm like, wait a minute.
I thought it was
like, is there an ad for a private video? Too. I'm like, what the fuck? And then it's like, dan, dan. I'm like, okay, this is a Scott opening here. Okay, yeah, I've seen this. I've seen him do this before. And then the fucking stills. And it totally seemed legit, like one of those Japanese story-based narrative games that you try to win over people's hearts and choose your own adventure stuff. And oh my god, it made my guy just like retarded. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah. So.
And then referee Eric. I'm referee Eric.
Hi, I'm Eric the ref. Yeah.
I'm Tyler Terry.
Who the fuck talks like that?
Yeah. I didn't know anybody else liked 6 shots of espresso. I'm referee Eric.
The thing is, like, maybe they reached for the same cup of coffee at the cafe or something. That was my thinking of it.
How those games go, I know.
Yeah. Cocaine and like the shift of the like face expressions. It's so Japanese art style, with the game.
Cocaine,
animation.
My favorite. How did you know?
How did you know?
How'd you know I like cocaine? Yeah.
How'd you know I like cocaine?
I legit paid $15 for a dating sim creator program.
Oh my god, really?
So yeah, like legit, like I was like, how do I edit this? And like, because I was like, I could probably just edit the video and get like the text like kind of scrolling. Yeah, and I was like, I don't know, like it's gonna take a lot of work to do. And I'm like, there's gotta be, because I know like there's RPG Maker or whatever, would like to make like your own little 16-bit Final Fantasy games. Like there's gotta be a cheap or even free like visual novel maker, and then like sure enough, $15 and super, like you just drag and drop. Like here's your characters, you upload which pictures are in their like expressions or whatever. So it'll be like, all right, new scene or whatever, and then you'll be like, put your background in, and then it's like character join, and like which character, Tyler Terry, and then it's like, okay, choose this expression that he joins with. He's like, okay, neutral expression where it's just you go like, and then like before, and then it's like change expression to you opening your mouth, and then like show text, and you write the text or whatever, and it comes in.
So and, very very command prompt style.
Yeah, kind of thing. And then
cool.
That's
cool.
So I basically like had the outline of like how the video is gonna go. So like literally like I made the game where it's just like I pressed the button and it would just like cycle to the next thing or whatever. So I was literally just like cutting out like half a second between transitions to the next thing, just so
wow.
And yeah, I was like, okay, well, how do I do? Because it's like, oh, go on dates or whatever. So it's like, okay, what am I gonna do for a date? And it's like, okay, well, Eric will go to the beach. It's like, what do you want to do first? Let's go swimming. Let's play volleyball. So it's like, put a branch path in, so it's the little 2 button prompts: go swimming or play volleyball or whatever. So it's like, okay, it's like when you click play volleyball, it'll go to the next scene, which is just me outside of some park or something.
Right.
That was why also my funniest thing was like whenever I'm in the shot, like if you look at the background, it's usually like a back alley or like a park or like somewhere just like dingy and like never had like a nice place or anything like that.
Yeah.
And
so
just like edited that together, got some heart transitions from Filmora, used the music from Filmora.
Yeah.
And the beginning part where the Japanese guy reads the title, I was just like, Japanese voice synthesizer or pronunciation. And I was like, oh, here's a bunch of different ones. You could have like 3 different male voices or 3 different female voices.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right, the male one. So it was like a Resara to no Sexu, Power Struggle of Love. And do you guys know what Resara to no Sexu means?
Mm-mm.
Sex with a wrestler.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah.
Jesus
Surprise,
Christ.
surprise. Yeah.
Sex with a wrestler. Oh.
So yeah, that was another little
wow.
Yeah, everything about that commercial was like that made it. That was too much.
I must have watched that, just the commercial part, like probably 20 times when you
same.
first sent it to me. I'm like, Carly, watch this. Okay, now watch it again. Now watch it again. She's like, hey, it's funny. Like, stop. I'm like, no, you got to watch it again.
You can understand.
Because you pick something up every time you watch it. There's something else that you notice. It's so funny.
Yeah, I remember sending that in the chat, and I was like, ooh, I'm like so excited to send this. I sent it, and like Tyler, like the read receipt or whatever, and like nothing for like 7 minutes. I'm like, did you watch it?
I watched it like probably 5 times.
And then you just like send a selfie. You're just like like that.
I had tears.
Like, it's like I'm crying laughing.
I was like honestly crying laughing. I was laughing so fucking hard from that.
Mm.
It was so good.
Mm-hmm.
So funny.
Because I think originally for the commercial, we were gonna have it's like, okay, well, let's have some sort of commercial break in there, just a short one, just so we can like split the fight scene up in half, so that way we don't have to memorize the whole thing and do it one take. Yeah. And my first idea was like to have like those Jamie Lee Curtis Activia yogurt commercials where she's like, it keeps me regular. Like, all right.
Yeah.
And I watched like 15 of those commercials. I was like, these aren't funny at all.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. What else can I do? And then the next logical jump was
Japanese dating sim. Yeah.
Sex dating sim for the
EWS
Switch characters.
For the Switch.
For the Switch.
Yeah.
Because that would fly.
It has to be on the go. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. I ripped. What was it? I ripped. Just download a YouTube video, cut the beginning, like Switch part off at the beginning to put on the front, and then I think I copied the WarioWare end plate or whatever, and then just photoshopped our own logo onto there, and changed the release date. So
perfect.
Yeah. Who knows? Depending if I actually work on it, I might be able to actually make this thing.
That would be amazing. And if we sell it and we make money, we'll build a real wrestling ring.
Oh god.
We'll have frequent wrestling episodes. No, I don't know.
No.
There's too many. There's too many possibilities.
You wouldn't have like space to put it anywhere.
No, probably not. It'd have to be like in the shop thing or something.
Yeah, but how big is your shop? Like,
it would be the shop.
Yeah, probably, it'd be like there'd be no other room for anything else in there.
No.
Yeah, it'd have to be like put to one side and then just like from one angle. If you put it in the center, there's like not much room, I don't think, to go around. But I don't know. Just a summertime thing, maybe. Set up in the summer.
Right.
Yeah.
Rent a wrestling ring from one of the promotions. No.
Yeah. Exactly. All the vagrants would come into my yard, and instead of stealing stuff, they would just bang each other on the fucking wrestling mat or something. Yeah.
Jesus.
What are you
Hey,
doing?
yeah.
Not my property.
Maybe sleeping underneath it. Anyways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, is there anything else to say about this this video?
I loved
No.
it.
I loved it. I had
I
so much
loved
fun
it.
making it, and
It
we
was a
need to make
blast.
more.
Yeah.
Yep.
I kind of feel bad because I was like, Eric, you're not talking much. Like, you kind
I
of
had nothing to say. I
had a
didn't.
small
I
part,
had
but
a
you did
small
have one of
part,
the funniest parts of the whole video. To me, anyways, like that little like thumbs up, like that barely.
Oh
like,
yeah, little yeah.
like, whatever. Not
Eric,
even
we're
like
good to go.
looking-
Yeah, we good. Yeah,
doesn't
sure.
even
Like
look
2
up from
seconds
his
or something.
phone.
Easy. Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
that's funny.
That's it. That's all I did.
Yeah.
And then I just looked uninterested as best I could, but I was laughing the whole fucking time because it was still
Mhm.
just too funny.
That worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And your line in the commercial too that they wrote for you. Like, this sounds like something Eric would say.
It absolutely was. Yeah.
Every time I'm with you, I feel like I'm walking on air, or what I imagine walking on air would feel like.
Like Scott, I saw that. I'm like, Scott gets me. He gets me good. He's a good friend.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll have
Fun
to
stuff.
figure out how to top that video. We got
Yeah.
our next skit kind of planned already.
We
Probably
do.
gonna be a shorter one than this one, but
Yeah.
it'll be good.
Yeah, a minute, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe about as long as the X-Men was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see.
Cool.
Well, that's gonna do it. Thank you so much for watching our podcast and for watching our wrestling skit. If you haven't seen it and somehow you listened to this whole episode, go watch it.
Check it out.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe. And if you're listening on a podcast service, give us a positive rating. Then head over to our Facebook page, like the page, and then leave us a question for Ask Us Anything Monday, which we do once a month, where we take your questions, we answer them. Or if you want to leave us any other recommendations or just thoughts on our wrestling video, we'd love to hear them. So,
Yes.
yeah, there you go. Thank you so much again. We'll talk to you later on Wednesday. See ya.
See you guys.
See ya.